Are you talking about the horse meat or the pig meat? Also, I completely forgot to plug in my microphone. So I don't know. Hold on, let me see if yeah, they'll be canned. They'll be dope. Hold on. Alexander, why here? Can you hear me good? Can you hear me better? Is it the same? Let me know, because like I said, I forgot to plug in my microphone. I was in a big rush. So it might have just been camera audio for a second, but yeah, now I got this going. Just dope, awesome, cool. This is why, kids, you never rush things. And I am totally guilty of rushing things all the time. Trying to get better. And I think I'm failing miserably, but it is what it is. Okay. All right. Now I'm up and ready to go. I am sweating like a motherfucker. I'm waiting for that fucking AC to turn on. If you're ever in a pinch and you need a mixing lid or a mixing palette, I recommend a coffee lid of some kind, especially for individual colors. I used to do it with recycled Starbucks lids, but now I just I kind of accumulated too many, and at the time when I was really in the thick of doing that, my dad was getting pissed off. So I stopped collecting them for a while, but I'm starting to accumulate a little collection again. But all right. And I think I just need a little water for... All right. One thing I noticed about this podcast is that I have a lot of subconscious grunts and breathes and... Or not podcast, this live stream, is that I'm always saying all right. I'm always like, all right. Okay. I gotta stop doing that so much. It's funny when I paint a lot of these landscapes, I'm very inspired by like Outworld and Mortal Kombat. Just this like disgusting, or not disgusting, but just like really dystopian, plagued, desolate, like wasteland sort of shit, you know? Like I did a piece called The Infestation, or An Infestation, I don't remember exactly what it is. But the landscape I have here is pretty much the same thing as that, where it's like orange skies and black mountains, and you know, I guess I haven't painted the orange skies yet, but you'll see. I was just thinking about that. So I did merch for a guy. Well, I was helping my friend who's the touring merch guy for. He was working for this this band, but it's like a pop group. The guy's called Cuco, and it's like Spanish, like dream pop, acid kind of stuff. Pretty cool visuals on it, honestly. So it was actually a very entertaining show. That's one thing about doing merch is that it's super easy, but it's also like you get to watch a cool show. Like I did merch for this band Wallows back a month or two ago, and like I didn't know who the band was, but apparently the guy in that band is a huge movie star. Ice Cream's here, and I kind of just walked right past him and gave him a head nod. He gave me a head nod, and that was really it. But the band was very good. Honestly, I wouldn't listen to it on my own time, but it was like
listenable.
It's listenable. You know, it was like a really good show, and there's I needed earplugs more for the people screaming than the actual band itself.
Yours looks incredible, by the way.
Really?
With all the different colors in it. Look at.
Oh wow. Ooh.
I didn't remember if you got it with vanilla or chocolate, so I got it with vanilla.
Okay.
Figured you could taste the flavors a little better that way.
That's true. I do usually get chocolate, but
it is usually chocolate, right?
yeah, but I'm not picky, whatever. So in Huntington Village, there is a place that does rolled ice cream. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? They make the ice cream on the spot and roll it like into like rolls. Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah, the guy who did it tonight was like on point.
Yeah, thank you, dear.
You're welcome. Thank you for appeasing me by agreeing to get it.
Anything for you, baby. I mean, because I also benefit from it.
Ooh, not gonna think about that.
What is there? Hair?
Very long, thick hair that I tried to pull out and it snapped.
Oof.
It was really rolled up in there. It's very unsettling. So much for the good review.
You know it's too much. It was like a strawberry shortcake, this one.
With the vanilla?
Mm-hmm. It was a lot better with the vanilla than chocolate.
Can I try?
Sure. Ooh, that is thick.
Excellent choice.
Sorry, I have to give Brittany a sample of this chocolate. Well, this fucking. I think what is it? The chocolate covered strawberry. That's the name of the flavor.
Yep. I got the Cookie Monster.
Oh yeah. Don't tell me there's another one. What, this guy just put his face in your ice cream? Did he have a mustache?
No.
Or like a beard?
No.
Oh, that sucks.
I had to fish that one out of my mouth.
Oh.
I'm still gonna eat it.
Oh, yeah. Well, Lord knows how much you paid for it.
That was so disturbing.
That happened to my dad one time. We were eating at this place, Nazar, and he pulled out, like, he was like unraveling hair out of his.
Alright.
Okay.
A little too soon.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'll tell that story when Brittany's done eating.
Yeah, when I don't find it anymore.
Yeah. It was. I never ate there again. That's how gross the story was.
Really hard to talk this place up with this guy.
Yeah, I guess it's not really supporting local businesses by slandering them. But then again, I haven't mentioned the name yet, so.
There's only one place.
No, I think they have a couple. I think there's a couple places that do rolled ice cream.
In the village?
Not in the village, no, but just in general.
I will say this is a first. This was a different guy than I've ever had to do it before. And I mean, aside from this one flaw, best execution of the rolled ice cream.
Definitely the best I've ever had it, to be honest.
Yes. He was a pro, which is probably why it's a little gross.
You need a little funk. Sorry, I keep making it worse.
It doesn't bother me so much as it probably would have in the past.
No, I get it.
With how many cats we live with and the amount of times I fished a cat hair out of my mouth.
It is different than human hair, though. Sorry. No, it's different.
Trying to be like, because you know, they're animals and they're gross and they dig around in their shit and piss, like. But it does feel substantially grosser as a human hair. I need to like not be looking at it right now.
Yeah. You left it on the table like a specimen of some kind.
That's what it felt like. I was gonna offer you a bite too, but I don't think I really sold mine.
I'll say, yeah, I think I'm content with mine. Baby, do you have a phone charger?
Mm-hmm.
Can I use it?
Sure.
Here, because my phone died and I want to be able to at least sort of semi-promote this. And my phone died as I was plugging on my story.
Do you want me to plug it in?
Yes, please. Okay.
Nice to not pull you away.
Yeah, I might Now, in my last attempt at this piece, this Explorer guy, I don't know if I can get a better. Yeah, there you go. This light is super bright.
You can probably angle it maybe. Want me to fix it?
If you could. I was gonna ask before, but I like I said, this isn't my place. So I don't know if there's a reason. But,
Just watch behind you.
Strangely, you're not in the shot.
No, I'm trying to be.
All right. So maybe just direct him a little bit away from like the other piece. That's already 10 times better.
That's better than.
Yeah, like turn it away, yeah, from anything sort of white. So be careful, baby. It should be good.
Can you like click focus on where it is?
What do you mean? Like focus on what the
camera focus.
Not really with this. I kind of just have to like. That's pretty good. I'll take that. There, thank you, dear.
Can't tell if it changed anything.
It did. It's like this was sort of blinding up here, which is like you could at least make out the. I mean, if you want to get on the other side and just maybe turn that one out, I think that's really the one that's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was staring at the light now. I can't see. That is perfect.
Okay.
Thank you, dear. This is why we do it live.
We will have to move that back
Okay.
before we leave because that is blinding this
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
I wonder if it would even make sense to turn these ones off and just leave those backlights.
Yeah, it might be too dark.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, because it's not that good of a... It's a nice camera. It's a good webcam, but... I'm like still blinded by looking at them.
Yeah. It might also help if you stand it up just a hair.
What do you mean?
Not to be interfering with the live stream.
It's okay. We're I like move the whole thing up.
Well, no, like, well, that you could probably. No, leave that where it is,
Okay.
if I may.
It's behind it.
This one.
Yeah, if you leaned it up. But the only thing I don't care
Bring
for
it a
about
little
this,
more straight up.
this easel is that you really can't. You can't lock in these right here. So it's like.
That part of it.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that's a
There
good
you
one.
go. Now you're cooking with grease.
Grease fire. That's pretty dangerous, actually. You get back to my hair ice cream.
You know, hair flavor. Oh.
I wondered. Sorry, I'll stop messing with it.
Actually, don't touch it. Oh, it's just. I might go on record and say this is the best ice cream I've ever had. So I have a couple more things to do with the pink, and then I'll be moving on to orange, I believe. I gotta finish this ice cream because it's so good. I do want to give a big shout out to the Galleryette for letting me do this here. Whenever I ask, really. Unless someone's working late hours and it's not possible. But for the most part, for the all part, they've been super helpful in having me be able to live out my aspirations of doing a live stream and bringing you guys into my studio when I work. And by my studio, I mean wherever I can set up all this shit and work. So thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Now I can rip down a mountain. Just a paper towel. I think that was empty. All right.
If it wasn't for that hair, this would be the perfect ice cream.
That I'm gonna get that every single time.
With the vanilla.
Yeah.
The chocolate is very strong.
Yeah, it's like a.
It's very good.
It's a mature chocolate, you know. Whereas like with the vanilla, it tastes like a strawberry shortcake.
I love that.
Okay. Awesome. Now I'm going to pull out some orange here. And I'm going to start getting that top rim that guess the ceiling there, if you will. Okay. I really gotta get out of the habit of doing that. Hey, baby. I hate to be a pain. Could you grab my phone?
Oh. Sure. I thought you were gonna ask me to switch over.
Oh no, I don't care about that. As long as people can see what I'm painting, I don't care. I don't care if there's fucking elephants in the background.
I'm on 6%.
Okay. Good enough. Now, sort of my rule of thumb when doing shit like this is that when there's any sort of implied hue or lighting or whatever, everything's kind of has to carry sort of a bit of like a light hint or streak of that towards the edge, so that it sort of all blends together here. So like the side of this mountain here, just gonna give it a little of that, and I'll definitely take the time to brighten up later and do what I gotta do as far as the other tones go. But I'm gonna do that here. Maybe make that cave inside a little darker. Okay. back a bit because this is flopping all over the place. Okay. Well, I got to plug on Instagram real quick because my phone died as I was trying to do it before. Fuck. Stop texting me, everybody. I'm going to kill you. Yo, yo, yo. We're alive. My phone died and I had to start the stream. So we've been going for about 37 minutes. I was going to say 37 seconds. But come hang out, watch me finish this fucking thing, and I'll see you later. Now I have to get the link again because my phone died. Okay. Oh, wow. It's in real time. That's pretty cool.
What is?
The thumbnail.
Oh, that's cool.
Did that work? Why is there no sound? Let me try that again. Yo, 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 we're live. My phone died while I was trying to plug this before. But we've been going for about like a half hour now. So get over here and watch me paint and maybe get some work done yourself. Alright. For about like a half hour now. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna try that one more time.
What happened?
It just cut off like half of what I said. Yo, yo, yo. We've been live for about a half hour. My phone died. And I had to start the stream. So get over here. Come hang out. Have a good time. Watch me finish this. Finish your work or whatever else you've been putting off. Let's do it. There you go.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm when you're an influencer as powerful as me. Some breakdowns on my Instagram, of course. Alright. Okay. I'm all over the place today. That's okay. Okay. There's that. I'm gonna make their teeth yellow. Maybe I'll get that out of the way. Oh, I still got these warm colors on my palette. Look at me talking like I think I know what I'm talking about. Alright, that's covered in gesso, so I don't think that's... Oh, wait. There you go. The fuck was that?
What is that? You know, we hear that all the time, and I always just assume that it's the gym next door.
That would make sense, actually.
But I'm pretty sure they're closed right now.
Maybe it's some pro wrestlers. Pro wrestling.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah. That was the paint. Okay. Some days it's really nice to paint in quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say. Just zone out, you know? Okay. Okay. I've got some teeth back here. I'm gonna I think there's some inking some black inks that I have to tint. Actually, you know what? That's bullshit. I'm gonna not do that. Where is my purple? Dioxazine purple that I was freaking out about the last time. Here we go. Look at that, it just stood up. Can you see that? It just stood up in the thing. What do you call this thing? My mixing thing. And there's my white. Some really nasty noises going on today in this live stream. Okay, mix that up into some nice. This is like kind of a lavender. Kind of like a lavender. Ew, lavender. I'm really trying to figure out the YouTube algorithm, because I some people complain, some people don't. I think everyone's just generally complaining about the algorithm, myself included, just in general with how the internet works. But like some things I've done worked pretty nicely. Like I tagged like for your page on the last short that I posted, and that like got like 200 something views in a matter of like a couple minutes or something like that. I don't remember the exact time, but it was one of those things of like, oh, okay, I think I'm onto something here, and you know, I don't know. everything's just trying to be like TikTok now, because TikTok tapped into something that I guess everybody is hypnotized by. So it's very hypnotizing. It's crazy. Like I have definitely been there and been like, damn, I've been on this for like straight up an hour and a half. But I really would like ideally YouTube to be like the home base for Cauldron of Burgers. I used to like confide in Instagram to really, I guess, being that I was making visual stuff. I thought that maybe being on a picture-based platform would really be the place to do that. But, you know, the powers that be, I guess, had other plans. But, no, yeah, I guess I just really enjoy YouTube already. It's something that really, there's a lot less of a social aspect to it. I feel like that's really nice, where it's just, I can just watch the videos I want to watch and that's it. And, you know, yeah, I got a lot of Conor McGregor videos, but like, it doesn't really bother me all that much, you know? Okay. Where's the rest of my dioxazine purple? Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me. Okay. Now we're going to darken this up a bit. That actually might be it for this bottle. But I guess really also, I really ideally would like to start depending mostly on word of mouth, you know, for promotion and stuff. I wish I wasn't so obsessed with like defeating social media addiction like I am, but it just doesn't feel right, you know. I don't like that I'm so dependent on just this different universe, you know, or this thing that I'm so connected to people I don't even fucking like all that much, you know. I like anybody who's watching, but, you know. For the most part, I remember a time when that wasn't the case and the internet was just like fun. And it was a thing you did before bed or something. Or when you were bored, like playing a video game. It's just gotta be in a place, you know? And I just like that place being my entire life, is it, and my like where my artistic career and just career in general has to like basically make a bed in. I just don't feel comfortable with that at all. I don't think that's irrational. I think a lot of people feel that way. But I also feel like most people don't really care nearly as much as I do to do something about it. And I commend them because they don't fixate on it nearly as much as I do. But I guess what are you going to do? They probably have jobs where they can, I don't know, pay for things and eat, and I'm sitting here painting a fucked up horse and a pig throwing up. So maybe I missed the memo somewhere along the way. Okay. I think I'm gonna highlight the pig next, or not, or not highlight the pig, but get all my accents and stuff for the pig. I'm gonna start carving out the pig, and I'm gonna take some of this. Was it alizarin? Yeah, alizarin crimson. I have a teacher, Fred Fleischer, who's a great mentor of mine, and every time he refers to crimson, he always says alizarin crimson, and I respect that he really commits to just saying the whole name. He's a very thorough guy. I would just start saying dark red. Fuck that shit. But okay. I think I need something. That wasn't the hardest shit. It's alright. Good enough for drawing in my accents. Okay. Now this is really, it's always been looking like me, but now it's really starting to look like one of my paintings. I think last time I did mention that Restless Spirit had some announcements to make. One of which was a show that got announced that's with Creeping Death and 200 Stab Wounds, Tribal Gaze, Spirit Box, and Vomit Forth at St. Vitus on September 11th. I think tickets are on sale. But the other announcement is that we actually did a reissue of our record through a label called Magnetic Eye Recordings. And pre-orders went up. Was that yesterday? 2 days ago? I think it was 2 days ago. So we're doing an exclusive color through them. It's like a really cool, like translucent robin's egg blue sort of thing. Sea blue, ocean blue. Go look it up for yourself if you want to know what kind of blue it is. And but I'm excited. I really appreciate them doing that. We worked really hard on that record, and the stars sort of aligned on really what we wanted to make. There was no like pressure. There was no nothing. It was just like there was a pandemic, so there wasn't even really. At that point when we started writing, there wasn't even really the prospect of shows coming back. It really was like, if it ever happens again, cool, but obviously no one's expecting it, especially at that point. There was definitely a lot of like hopelessness going on in the world where, everyone was kind of like, well, is this ever going to be over? I don't know. So, fuck. but we just did it because we just wanted to, you know. And I think the record really, you could just hear it, you know. You can hear our love for what we were doing. There's a lot of effort. There's a lot of like conscious choice in there. And the new material that we're working on too is the same thing, you know. It's a little. I want to say the presentation's a little different. Um, the I think the approach is a bit different as well. It's definitely not a 5-song LP, but it is just as heavy and just as crazy. So I don't know when that's. I guess the only thing I can really tell you about that is that we're in the process of writing. We'll be recording soon. Am I blocking? I think I'm blocking. Maybe I'll give just like a little bit of a. Okay. I think next week I'm gonna take a whole week and ink pages for all in a day's work because I've definitely been slacking on that. I have a lot of pages planned out, but I just haven't allowed myself the time to work on them. And you know, a lot of the times when I figured I'd bring it to the stream, a lot of other things happened, and I just wasn't in the mood to think, and I just kind of wanted to make something, as I guess I already explained. But I think next week, like I said, I'm going to make some good headway on that because I started that story and I got some good feedback on it, so I'd like to get back on that, you know? Okay. I'm going to put the paints away for 2 seconds and get the inks out. Alright, I'm going to just wash off my brushes. Yeah. Just give me 2 seconds. Cheers. Be right back.
This is for the new shirt design.
Oh, I love that. That'd be on the back of the
This
hoodie.
isn't gonna be on where it is, but back of the t-shirt.
Yeah, it's
And
awesome.
then we're gonna do this on the front.
Okay.
And then we were thinking of having it be like a t-shirt with a pocket, like a front pocket.
Pocket print.
Have that on the pocket print, but on the inside of the pocket have a lemon.
Ooh.
I don't know how possible that is, but
It's not impossible.
it's possible, but reasonable.
Yeah. Where are my calligraphy brushes? Okay. Here we go. Guys are gonna get a fucking face full of my bald spot. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. I think I'm gonna start with our horse. His mane going. What a convenient stream of drips. It just kind of just landed right in all the dark spots. Kind of outlined it, which is very nice. This piece is really disgusting. I have to say, it is not getting any nicer to look at. That's what I want. really digging that horse. I think I said it before, but I want to just reiterate while I'm looking at it. In the first attempt I had at this piece, I had this explorer character, and I just left in black and white, and I really liked it, you know. So I think I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna keep him that way again. Cause I don't really like earth tones if I can help it. I don't like browns and like greens and tans and like earthy stuff. I'm not like a big fan. I like like wearing it, but I don't like it in my paintings. I feel like it really misrepresents what I do. You know, a lot of like hot. I guess this is a pretty hot piece, but yeah, like a lot of earth tones. I feel like I don't like to see that. I think that's why I avoid mixing paint a lot of the time, and I really just do what comes out of the bottle, or and maybe just the different the fuck is the word, values. There you go. I'm trying to remember my art school knowledge. Missing any pieces of this? Gum line over here, right? Yeah. No, that's cool though. I'll leave that be. Okay. Ooh, that was a nice happy accident stroke.
Sounds like an oxymoron.
Yeah, really. But I just stroked up, and the brushes made sort of this triangular sort of thing around the teeth, so it gave him these really dirty teeth. Now I'm going to get actually my small inking brush, and I'm going to get some details going with that. Actually, you know, I think I'm going to work on Mr. Mr. Explorer. One of the challenges of making really drippy art is making sure that you're not sticking, like, you know, there's intentional drips and then there's smears, which oftentimes I go for, but there's certain times where it kind of it ruins the effect of whatever I was trying to get across. So I'll have to just like be careful, you know. And everything on here is wet right now. You can see, like, yeah, my hand is just like so gross. Well, not gross, but gross as in there's paint all over it. My hand is not nearly steady enough to not hold it on the page, you know. Oh, that's his waistband, so it's actually okay. All right, I found a dry spot. Found a dry spot. Oof, arm is tired. Okay, how's that looking over there? big duck outside. What?
It's not even fun. It's just stupid.
What are you gonna say?
I'm like a fire duck. Fire truck.
Yeah, I got it.
It's late.
Yeah, I got it, baby. Okay. Do you know what I think this calls for? I think this calls for my dip pen. Or I think actually. Let's see. Oh, people are still here. That's cool. Yo, if you're in the chat, say yo. You don't have to do that. If you want to do that, you could do that. If you're still in here, say yo. Sure. Yo, Adam Casey, hell yeah. Welcome. Or what's going on if you've been here a while. This thing is disgusting, but I love it. It's so uncomfortable to look at, but that's really what I like about it. When you think of stalag meat, it's just fucking gross. That's what I want. I want gross. It gets me excited. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna make this a triptych because I'm gonna make 3. It's stalagmite 1, 2, and 3. I want them all to sort of encapsulate this sort of acid reflux of the piece, you know. Hell yeah, thank you. for that AC to turn back on.
Might be off.
Fuck.
You want it on?
That would be awesome.
It would have gone on by now if it was on.
Yeah, it's true. You want to take a look at it?
Yes. Oh. I'm gonna go turn my flashlight on again. What's that, babe?
Thank you. Could you get me a glass of water?
Who's tea in the background?
Yes. I don't know why, but do you have bottles of water?
No, we're all out.
Okay, could you just grab me like a glass? And also, could you put my phone back on the charger? Sorry.
Where is it?
It's right there, on the desk. How you feeling?
Better.
Good.
Yeah.
I think ice cream really did the trick, huh?
It always does, baby.
That is true.
What do you think? On a final draft, but
Oh, I love that.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
It resembles the light bulb too.
Yeah. Well, I figured it would be a good way to kind of bring everybody together in that sense.
Yeah.
Stylistically, to a degree, you know.
Yeah. Definitely. Oh, that AC is awesome. The fuck was that? Hold on, I just heard an insane noise outside. I have to make sure that has nothing to do with over here. So I was just painting away, and I just heard someone go, "Ah!" So I had to alert my girlfriend. Just in case it's any kind of insane person. You never know nowadays. I mean, Huntington Village is not a bad place to be. So you heard it. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Oh shit. What the fuck was that? Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Yeah, definitely. I mean, this ain't my business, so, you know, I want to make sure that everything's all good. Yeah. Alright. Now I think it's a job for my dip pen. I really love these things. These guys, these nibs. They're really a staple in my work, especially with cross hatching. I actually found, well, I didn't find, but I started going through and organizing my banker's box with all my work that started. It dates back to 2016 when I started Cauldron Burgers. Before I really had any clue of how to draw or anything, like, or any clue about like art history, and I really just wanted to make shit. And yeah, like it's a lot, honestly, funny enough, it's a lot smoother, a lot of my drawings. A lot of my ink work is a lot smoother. And I think that's because I was trying really hard to prove that like I was like capable of doing stuff. And once I like really figured out a lot of techniques, I kind of just really stopped. I got a lot like rawer with my technique, because I think it was just like, oh, like yeah, like I can cartoon pretty well, but I want to make something that looks like me and has emotion to it and isn't just like a cool drawing, you know? And I think that's like the biggest lesson I learned being an artist, is that, you know, art is not just a cool picture. It's not just drawing a cool picture. It's cool when people do it, but there's so much expression and there's so much like emotion that goes into it that I feel like gets really overlooked nowadays, because everyone, I think, automatically equates like a life of creativity to a life of freedom, because you're not going to like a 9 to 5 job. But it requires a lot of work and a lot of introspection and a lot of reflection and like accountability, and there's so many things that go into that you wouldn't expect. And I think that's why a lot of people are deterred from making their own creations, is because you have to kind of do all that. And for me, like just going through all those pictures, I really realized, like, I've come a really long way as an artist. And, like, yeah, like, my execution is probably 10 times sloppier than it used to be. But that's just because I don't care to please people like I used to, when I was doing that. I care about seeing my vision through. And I'm not, like, I'm saying this purely as just my own thought process. Like, I don't think that doing service for people is at all a bad thing. It's definitely not my cup of tea. I'm definitely not built for that sort of thing. I mean, take one fucking look at me. I'd be like, do I look like I should be in a service? I should be taking commissions and, serving people? No, But, and I really, I commend and respect everybody that can do that. For me personally, I feel like the person that started that banker's box would be really proud of who I became, because I sort of accomplished that mission of, I think really being satisfied with my style and feeling like an individual and making things. I won't say I have a very original style, I see all the ins and outs of my influences in this, but I think I was able to find my voice as an artist, which, it just happens over time, No, definitely. Physical media is so important to art, and enjoying physical media is like I said. I'm not knocking digital comics. I make my comics digital just for the sake of accessibility. But there's something to reading books, reading comic books, listening to vinyl, even putting a CD in a CD player in your car. There's that intention of really setting out to do something, even if it is listening to music that, a lot of digital things, like a lot of that accessibility and that personalization really, it really kills that. And it's convenient, and convenience has its place, just like everything has its place. I don't think anything is necessarily good or bad, but there's just, there's something about the human element and the physical quality of art. You really feel that intention. There's something really special about it. Yeah. Ooh, that was awesome. That was a cool little rant I did. I'm proud of myself. I know for a fact, and like for a long time, I used to kind of limit myself in a lot of ways. I used to limit myself by just trying to tell people like digital doesn't do my work justice. Digital isn't like I'm definitely so much more an in-person guy, which I definitely am, and I do encourage people to try and attempt to see my work in person. But I won't sit here and act like I'm not a part of the digital age and the information age, and and this is very recent for me. This is a very new epiphany for me that I'm a lot more open to people being accessible, having access to my work. And like even something like this is just having access to my process, even just being able to have a little window in. It's a lot less lonely for me because I'm not just sitting alone with my thoughts while I'm doing this. I have a lot of motivation to finish, but I could also talk and speak about my thoughts. It's very cool. I would love to do this in person with a bunch of people. That would be pretty cool. I've been playing shows my entire life, and that's a fucking 20 minutes of pure bliss and adrenaline. But I would love to just have a communal, open dialogue while doing this sort of stuff. Whether it's maybe I'm teaching or or I don't know, everyone just has their paintings and we're all talking and having I long for that sort of thing, that sort of community that I feel like you learn about in art school textbooks and whatnot, but I feel like it's something that's so fucking lost on, us as, human beings now. And I would love to bring that back. I guess it would really help to have a space of my own to do it. But like I said, I guess baby steps. You know. This thing's looking pretty cool. I still got a couple more plans for it, but I think this is like the basis of the this is like sort of the flatted and a little more version of the piece. Now for these bubbles in the back, I do a lot of like just basic geometric shit, but I want to make them snouts. Now I wish I didn't do so many because this is going to be a real pain in the balls, but I'm still in disbelief that fucking Yelp picked up on the microphone. That means this is a really good microphone. That's crazy. Oof. My hair's getting wacky. I'm like in my Trevor from GTA era, like my Maniac era. I'm straight edge. I don't do drugs, but definitely I feel like I'm giving a real Trevor vibe. Has anybody at all checked out the new Red Hot Chili Peppers single, Tip of My Tongue? I have that stuck in my head right now. I fucking love that song. I love the Chili Peppers. Yeah, we're gonna have to pitch that to Rockstar as some DLC shit, some straight edge Trevor GameStop pre-order bonus Psychosis era. Yeah, I've been like, I'm supposed to. I was what's it called? I was supposed to go see them at MetLife Stadium, and sorry. They played MetLife Stadium. My friend got me tickets for the Philly date, September 3rd, and I have to because I'm playing a show with my band, John the Movie, and yeah, so I have to miss them, and I'm really bummed about it. But I loved Unlimited Love. Like, I mean, John Frusciante is like one of my top 5 favorite musicians ever, and the fact that he's back in the band is like amazing. And the fact that they've made 2 double albums. I believe that was it Return to Dream? Was it Dream Canteen is going to be a fucking? Is it Return to Dream Canteen or something like that? Or fuck, I don't remember. But the fact that they have 2 double albums coming out this year is incredible. One of which is already like definitely album of the year for me. I also don't really listen to too many albums anymore that come out. I ebb and flow with like contemporary music, where I like it sometimes, I don't like it sometimes. Hey baby, could you get the leopard cloth from the car?
Did you make mess?
What? No, but I'm gonna splatter.
Ah.
I really wish I said that better. Yeah, it is. Return to Return to the Dream Canteen. So that Yelp got picked up on the mic.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I wonder what it was. I didn't hear it.
Be careful out there. There's a Yelper out there. He was like, oh. Yeah, no, I love CDs. That's like a pretty new one for me because they're like, that was sort of the primary, like growing up, that was sort of the primary, primary form of media. I mean, like, I guess when I was a baby, cassettes were a thing, but for the most part, it was CDs. But CDs were also very new, like when I was a toddler. So yeah, I love CDs. I just love anything like collectible, And I think CDs are kind of making a comeback too because of the fact that like even just for like bands releasing physical stuff because of the fact that what's it called? Because vinyl delays are so crazy right now for bands trying to get vinyl pressed. A lot of people are just opting for CDs. There's still a lot you could do with CDs. Honestly, it's a lot easier to stow away. It's not like this huge commitment, which I do love the huge commitment of vinyl, but CDs. Yeah, CDs are they're like just a happy medium, especially when you want to like travel and listen to music, I need my glasses. I don't even have glasses, but I need them. Maybe further down the Trevor era, if the drawing piece just go hardcore on the van. Why the fuck not, I used to drive a minivan. I had a 98 Dodge Caravan, and then I upgraded to a 2011 Dodge Caravan. And I got rid of it like 2 summers ago. All my bands would travel in that van, the 2011. Good times. That was RoboCop. That was the name of the van. Yeah, it's a good way to be. One for the collection, one for the road. I have like most of my CDs that I had from when I was a kid. I still have. They're all in a box at my mom's house. Dude, the minivan it's the way to go. Honestly, 300,000 miles. That dude, that's crazy. Do you have like a wizard fixing it all the time? Some crazy you got some crazy synthetic oil going on in there. You can't beat stow and go on the Dodge Caravans, man. That shit. That's like premium storage. Once I get a better computer, I'm gonna have the chat showing on the stream because I don't know. I feel like it's just gonna be clunky if I have it on now. I'm drawing a blank. Was if that night we met Bootleg Pantera, Walter White, rock band guy. I'm having a complete fucking brain fart right now. What was that? What year was that? Because I've had so many insane mechanic run-ins. Yo, Keith, what's going on, man? I promise I won't shut it off this time. Oh yeah, dude. Oh fuck. Dude, that like funny enough, I had a fucking. We almost cut the set short because I got crazy anxiety. What's it called? I got crazy anxiety because Paul was saying a bunch of crazy shit on the mic, and this lady was walking around like whispering in everybody's ear, and I'm like, damn, we're the only people in this venue, and we're a bunch of fucking Yankees fucking hanging out down south. I'm like, we're gonna get fucking like this lady's gonna pull a shotgun on us or something like that. But then that didn't happen, and it was obviously my anxiety, which normally doesn't happen to me, especially while playing. Like I'm usually pretty good, but it was a really stressful tour, that one. Well, actually, I won't say that. That was a really stressful night because right off the bat, everyone was giving us an attitude. Like as soon as we walked in, so. That one fucking Rob Halford dude was like, that was brutal. That was fucking brutal. Uh-oh. Did you throw it?
No.
Did you break it?
A little bit.
Is it broken? Sure.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
A little broken.
A little broken?
That's great, baby.
Usually I have such a... Dude, it really was such a strange mixed bill. Like we were kind of scratching our heads like, who put the show together? There was like a Christian rock band. There was that punk band of that dude that was just like rambling over the mic. There was the crazy metal band that played for way too fucking long. There was like the shoegazy like mathy band. That one kid was wearing a Cryptodira shirt, which the singer of that band, which is a prog rock or progressive metal, experimental metal band from Long Island. So it's pretty funny. I was like, oh, I know those dudes, and I took a picture and sent it to my friends in that band. But you guys were real ones for sticking around. Like I felt horrible trying to cut the set short, but I was just like, I honestly was like panicking. I'm like, this is fucked up.
What show is that?
This was in Fort Worth, Texas. I was having a brain fart because Alex was bringing it up. I'm like, what? Hold on a second. And I usually don't forget shit like that, so I guess I'm in rare form tonight.
Is that the one where they were like all in on the joke, but you thought it was
And
serious?
that was, that was the other thing, is that like Paul was saying all the shit to the bartender. They were like going back and forth, and I was like Paul, when we were driving, was like, dude, you all right? Like You know, like, what happened back there? And I was just like, dude, like, I just saw, like, you guys going back and forth, and she started whispering in everybody's ear, like, all this shit. Then she went in the back room, or, like the ice fridge, and I'm thinking she's going to pull out a fucking shotgun and shoot us. And, like, I'm like, it's fucking Texas, you know? Like, I think you get shot for less. I don't know. And that's not true. I'm just kidding. But, then Paul was like, no, dude, like, fucking, the bartender was saying that to somebody else, and we were joking, like, we were joking together, so, like, she was in on the joke, and I guess, also, coincidentally, she was telling everybody that it's last call, and she's gonna close up. So it just looked like, and we all started cracking up. He's like, I literally thought I was gonna get fucking killed, you know? Yeah, man, we were bummed out because it's like, you know, like we knew that you were there to like hang out and see the band, you know. So like for all that shit to be happening, it was like really, definitely were not stoked on that at all. But speaking of Texas, I just want to say rest in peace, Riley Gale. It's the 2-year anniversary, or just around the 2-year anniversary. And definitely was a devastating loss to the community, like metal and hardcore community, just the underground community in general. Riley was a friend of mine for a very short time before he died, and I still think about it a lot. You know, I don't want to make this about me. There's definitely a lot of people that, what's it called? There's a lot of people that were way closer with him than I was, but he was planning to be the editor for my comics because he really enjoyed my work, and that was a big confidence boost for me because I knew he was a big comic book head and had put it out there in the past that he was making like anthology series and whatnot. But you know, he reached out a couple months before he passed away, and we ended up talking a whole bunch about you know, working on comics, having him be sort of like a diamond in the rough polisher for me and like really helping me develop my comic style. And then, yeah, I got the text from one of my band members that he passed away, and it was just really crazy because I was like, hold on a second, I was just texting him like 2 days ago. And, you know, it's really sad, you know, like we were talking about, you know, traveling on the road together and hitting comic shops and playing shows, and like we had like a plans for like a really just cool, fun, new blossoming friendship. So rest in peace, Riley. You know, I'd like to think the way my life has gone, in some way you're still my editor in a lot of ways, somewhere in the cosmos, you know. But anyway. That's crazy that your psychology professor did that, that he showed you Power Trip. I remember one of my old hardcore bands was supposed to play a basement with Power Trip in Huntington in this town, and they ended up hitting, it's like 2011, they ended up hitting traffic and they couldn't make it. But it was Detriment, the band, my band, a band called Downtime, which was a melodic, sort of like hardcore, sort of emo, whatever you want to call it, hardcore band. And then that was a really terrible way to describe it, but I'm moving on. Bottom Out, which was a local legend sort of heavy band. Paper Trail, I think, ended up headlining, and then Power Trip. I could definitely make you a sketchbook too if you want. My last attempt at making one was sort of a failed attempt, but I know what I did wrong, and I have some ideas. So I will definitely, maybe I'll even make it here on the live stream.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool. Even just to paint it or something, or I feel like maybe I'd have to figure out a better camera setup before selling it. But I also plan, because I have to animate an intro for the podcast coming that I have coming out, and I might try and figure out a way to just tether the iPad as the live stream and figure that out. That's awesome. Yeah, Adrenaline Mob is well, I think Mike Portnoy started that band, and Mike Portnoy is one of my favorite, like top 3 drummers ever for Adrenaline Mob. That was like one of his first bands after Dream Theater. So did that guy? I believe that guy joined after. I think, right? I think that's correct. Oh shit. Oh, okay, yeah, no, I'm getting my drummers confused. That's awesome though. Funny enough, my buddy Taekwon is about to start being in a band with Mike Orlando of Adrenaline Mob and Corey Glover of Living Color. So it's pretty cool. Okay. These snouts are done. So I have a couple more things I want to do this before I get going. One of which I want to use the bathroom, so give me 5 seconds. I'm going to force this out. All right. Awesome. Okay. So first things first, I want to get some highlights, some white highlights on these 2 characters, and then I'm gonna do some green highlight. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do green highlights on both of them, like yellowish, greenish highlights. I think that could be pretty cool. I'm in my Fauvism ripoff era. Okay. All right. I had to carve out that Matthew McConaughey brother. Yeah, that is nasty. I love it though. That is nasty. Hell yeah. That might be the Cauldron of Burgers motto. Puke never looked so good.
Should I be mindful of like line spacing in a shirt design?
Yes. I guess it really depends, like, how they print. You know? But you should, only because, yeah, like, if you're gonna have lines that are super close together, then just have them be relatively thin.
Yeah.
You know, because they might congeal together. They might get all smudged.
Okay.
If they're not silk screening them, like if they're just direct to garment, then I think it's fine. But
Yeah, I'm not sure what their process is here.
how many colors is it also?
Black and yellow.
Black. Okay.
Maybe black, yellow, and like greenish brown.
What color? What color is the actual shirt?
I was thinking of doing it like a linen, so like kind of an off-white, not pure white, you know.
Okay. But it's gonna be like a white shirt, so the colors would be black and yellow.
Yeah.
That should be relatively easy then, and relatively cheap too.
And how would you suggest I like shade the black?
I would probably go with like
Block it.
either hard like shapes or dots, like
Okay.
stipples. Well, you know what, actually, while I'm talking, let me just see it. Like what type of shading would you give?
I'm not sure. I was thinking even like a cross hatching.
What you might actually be able to get away with is like half toning.
Okay.
You know, something like that. Which I guess really is just a more organized stipple if you think about it.
Yeah.
But I would do stipples, just something that's more defined, that's just going to get the point across.
Okay.
You know? Because they'll get you. They'll charge the shit out of you for that, you know?
For what?
For like making another color. If you were to shade, you know?
Oh, like if I did like a gray with it?
Yeah, or like even like a darker yellow or something. They'll usually count that as another color, or they'll not, and they'll just print the two colors. They'll just won't use. They'll like modify the design, you know.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
I've never made a shirt before.
There's a lot that goes into it. You know, it's like a pretty complicated process. Like I didn't realize, you know.
Yeah.
And I've kind of had everything under the sun happen to me in that regard. just yellow for Mr. Horsey. Okay. Alright, partner. Keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. My voice is fucking killing me from yesterday. Just from having to scream over everybody. And scream over the... Yeah, I had to... Like when people had questions about the shirts and shit, like the music was going.
Yeah.
I have to say my biggest takeaway from doing a lot of these like dream pop shows, like it's crazy how big a lot of these people are, and like they're still like independent and like they're just in these like little pockets of the world you wouldn't even know about. Like this dude Kuko that I was working for has like 7 million monthly listeners on Spotify. He's playing Brooklyn Mirage to like a couple thousand people. And I never heard of him, you know. I'm not trying to be like a dick saying, "Oh, I never heard of him," be like whatever. But like, no, like it's just like one of those things. It's like it's crazy. Just that's how the world works now, you know. Is that everybody is sort of this weird independent thing where millions of people can know about you. You could still walk into a coffee shop and order a muffin and not be bombarded for the most part, you know. I do love anime. I've only watched the Berserker movie. It's like one of those things that like I see a lot and I know I have to get into. Like there was that one-off thing on Netflix that I really enjoyed. No, he's just like, you're all good. You don't have to apologize for I'll gladly re-explain. He's like some just explorer kind of guy. He's got his magnifying glass. He's also farting. I have to paint that green cloud. But speaking of which, I'm going to do that now. He's really making his way down the he's making his way down the cave and I guess can't control his diaphragm. He's let out a little you know. I've almost done that on this live stream a couple times, just like not even thinking about it. I gotta watch that. I gotta definitely check. That sounds right up my alley. especially if it's on YouTube. But yeah, I've only seen that one. It was like almost like a 3D or CGI thing that they had going on. No, this is just a weird ass purple horse. I think if it was an anime horse, it I don't know what it would do. I could see this horse being like the weird manifestation of like an old like horny master. Do you know how they like turn into fucking like animals and shit like for like a second, or like a log with a leaf? Like I could see that just being like a weird visual of him, just like of a horny old man in an anime for like a second. You know, I feel like that might not have come off as clear as I wanted it to. I'm too deep into this analogy to really start explaining anymore. So I'm gonna change the subject, or just not say anything else about it. I'm gonna wash this brush. I do take a lot of influence from anime and manga and shit. A lot more of my comic work than I guess like my artwork, but I think like the way I draw eyes and stuff, just there's that focus on there's like a certain shape and a certain layout of the eyes that I kind of just model a lot of my characters after. And I did it on my podcast back when I had my personal podcast where I would just talk about shit, which really I guess was more, I guess just the audio version of this, that on the Tombs run that Restless Spirit did, I kind of had a really big realization that a lot of the reason I struggle to find American comics that I like is because I just don't really like a lot of American comics. You know, and I realized that a lot of my work takes a lot of influence from manga and like the style of manga, of like storytelling and whatnot, like a lot of the visuals, a lot of the motion lines and stuff. Like I've been a lifelong, you know, anime and manga head, so like it makes sense that, you know, like even if I'm not obviously, you know, I'm an American cartoonist, you know, I think a lot of that that influence still kind of rings true, you know. And I'd rather. Oh yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's really epic music, you know. We try and make really epic music anyway. Um, but yeah, you know, I definitely. I think that's the route to go. Like obviously, I believe that with anything, I think it's a lot better to take influence and find your own voice with it rather than try and recreate that sort of thing. You know, I know some people that are really good at it's just like recreating manga stuff, and I respect them for it. But like for me personally, like I would feel right just kind of nailing that style. You know, I feel like I like too much stuff to really like stick to one thing, or not search and find my own sort of voice, as I was kind of talking about before. Um, I don't know. Oliver, my brother, I would really appreciate that. I really would. I have an Attack on Titan omnibus that I've been fucking. I've had it for like almost 4 or 5 years at this point that I have not tackled, which I know I should tackle very, very soon. I feel like before I could read anything else, I have to get into I have to like finish that. I would love a scene of fucking a warrior climbing an ice mountain wall. Clattery plays a lot of our new material. It has a lot of mountain climbing energy. I almost said vibes. I don't like vibes. To say vibes personally, you know. I really gotta get with it, I guess.
It's tainted.
It is tainted. Um, I'm looking over here. What you guys are seeing, I like it. I'm looking over there. Oh, I gotta get. I got one more little thing to do. I'm so happy all my burger heads are in one place, hanging out. I'm talking about anime. Could not think of a better way to spend Thirsty Thursday. It's Thursday, right?
Yes.
That Tainted Vibes is 100% gonna be a Gen Z TikTok fucking band, or a band I was just talking about, like pop, dream pop, post dream pop, Urban Outfitters music.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. I'm gonna advocate for you being. I'm gonna document that. I'm gonna screenshot it, and I'm gonna make sure that you get royalties for that name, because you deserve money for whoever is gonna headline Coachella with that name. I thought of a really good one of those type names semi recently, because I was thinking about like, ooh, okay, that I now looking back, that white accent is dope. Sorry, but I was thinking about cave children, like I'm like actual like I don't know, like before cavemen grew up, like were they cave children, you know? And I'm thinking cave children is 100% a band that would like every year climb the to a bigger stage of Coachella, or like Boston Calling or something like that. I could see it. Those are I've there's a lot of manga that or I guess I'll say anime, because I what's it called? I was a lot more of an anime head growing up. Then I did love my fair share of manga, but there was a lot of stuff I was very late to the party with, because I was like stubborn as a kid. Like Inuyasha was one of them where I like refused to watch Inuyasha for whatever reason. Everyone was like, you gotta watch Inuyasha. And I did in like my early 20s, and I'm like, I'm a fucking idiot. Why didn't I watch this the entire time? It's incredible. One Piece was another one of those things that I just like, why didn't I watch this when I was like when me and my friends were reading Shonen Jump and whatnot? Like, why weren't we really into One Piece? I have to say, JoJo's, I am not a huge fan. I think it's one of those things that I have to catch at the right place at the right time. The pace, when I first tried to watch, I had no clue what to expect, and the pace was like so insane. Like, and that's for me to say that, it's got to be pretty insane, because I love like absurd kind of shit like that. Where it's like there's vampires and there's like all kinds of crazy shit. I feel like I gotta give JoJo's a fair shot, knowing what I'm getting into, but it's got to catch me at the right time. And what else? I never read Sakamoto Days, but I trust that it's good. When I have money to blow again, I'm definitely gonna do my fair share of shopping. That is. well overdue. And if you're ever on Long Island, go to Escape Pod Comics. They're the best comic book store, I believe, in New York. You heard it here. He's not paying me to say that either. I've just been going there pretty much my entirety of my time really being in comics as an adult. What else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else here? Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, the splatter. Oh no, I gotta accent the puke. I gotta accent the puke. I'm gonna go over any ink lines one last time just to give it a fair shot, and then I will do the splatter, and then we will go home. But I'm really happy with this. I'm really this really turned out just as uncomfortable as I wanted it to. So yeah. Yeah, I didn't get that far with JoJo, and that's probably I probably should have just committed to it and stuck with it. But yeah, I was just like, this is too much. I'm gonna go just to something that's like more comfortable, like Samurai Champloo or something like that. But I'll take your word for it, and I definitely, when the time is right, I'm gonna revisit JoJo and give it a fair shot. Maybe when we have Wi-Fi and Netflix again. Maybe Brittany will become an anime head too.
I don't know. That'll be a tough sell.
That would be probably a tough sell, but
No hate, just petty childhood trauma.
yeah, fair enough. You've done enough anime tattoos.
Done enough anime tattoos, and people would always challenge my artistic skills by tracing Dragon Ball Z characters.
Really?
And it made me hate anime.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
oh my god, in elementary school, I was like the artist of the class, and kids would come up to me with their tracing and be like, I could draw better than you, see? And I'm like, you obviously traced that, you fuck. I was an arrogant little kid.
Well, that's hilarious. Because me and my friends used to like actually draw Dragon Ball Z though, and we were competitive with each other, but we never took it that far to like challenge like the artsy people. Which I guess there really was no super artsy people in my elementary school, but I guess that was me and my friends. And we weren't even really artsy. We were just like nerds. We're like, oh, look at this cool drawing of Iceman, you know?
Yeah, I do just.
Yeah, it sounds like you just went to school to an annoying batch of kids.
Oh, yeah. And this kid Richard would always try to race me.
It's always a Richard doing shit like that.
He was the one who actually would also challenge my drawings with his Dragon Ball Z, and he would always try to race me. And he always fucking lost.
Maybe he just had something against you.
Maybe.
He was trying to defeat you all the time for whatever reason.
I guess so.
Maybe you were in an anime and you didn't even know it.
I might have been, honestly.
Because you're just always being challenged.
Well, I had a friend, Derek Boyle, and at lunch we would
That's
sit,
a cartoon name.
I know, right? He would sit and make mountains with his knees, and then he would have his hands. He would make them into characters by doing this, holding up the ring fingers and like the arms, and I'd pretend to be playing it like a video game, and he'd be fighting them and doing all the sound effects and doing like the fighting.
That's really
Song.
That's really the song. What's the song? Do you know what's funny is I had a kid who Matt German was his name, and he was like just a strange kid. Like he was just like a normal, but just like did weird shit. And he would play with his hands at lunch all the time. And the big thing that he would do is he would always go like he could have all these explosions, and they go.
Yeah.
That's what he'd do all the time.
I'm sure if I ever actually watched anime as a kid, I would have gotten into it.
Well, you know, I've told
I
this.
loved Samurai Jack.
Well, that's not really anime. I'm not trying.
Well, I know.
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I'm not trying to mansplain cartoons to you right now. But
Well, what else was a popular anime? I mean, I know it's not also an anime, but I really liked Pokemon. And
no, Pokemon's an anime.
It is, right?
Yeah. Pokemon's an
Hamtaro.
anime. Hamtaro is an anime. I loved Hamtaro.
It might just be a Samurai Jack as an anime.
Oh well. No, well but that's the thing is it's like it's it's not an anime. But I feel like that's like something my mom would say. Would be like, "Oh, Samurai Jack, an anime." Like, no, it's about a Japanese guy, but it's not an anime. I think I got bit by something.
Oh, shows how much I know.
But I was trying to say that before that like, there's a lot of like, I mean, granted, amazing shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender that was just fake anime, like American fake anime.
There was one anime I did like.
What was that?
I can't for the life of it remember what it was. I have such like a fuzzy, vague memory of it. My friend Phil showed it to me.
Describe it.
I really even can't. It was just something super fucking weird and whimsical, but like a little fucked up. I'm trying to think of like the year that we watched it, which probably wasn't even, I don't even think it was like a new.
Well, that's the thing too is with anime is like it's all.
It could be 20 years old.
Yeah, exactly, and like we would just be knowing about it.
Maybe I'll ask him. Reach out to him. Yeah, I know it's been a long couple years, but remember that anime you showed me one time?
You can't. Was it Inuyasha?
Oh, maybe.
Which like it's like the guy with the white hair and the little horns and the fangs.
No.
I'm trying to think, fucked up and whimsical. FLCL?
No.
Or Fooly Cooly? I guess it makes it go on.
Honestly, I was maybe 14. I don't really remember.
That would be pretty late then. That's gonna bother me.
Well, good luck. You're never gonna find out from me.
I'm trying to think whimsical and fun. You can't think of a single character.
No.
You can't
No, I literally watched it like one time.
But like you can't remember anything you saw.
Not at all.
Even like visually.
Nope.
So what do you
I
think?
mean, if I saw it, maybe.
Like what are you thinking about when you think about it?
I just remember like being at Phil's house.
Oh,
and
okay.
it being on the TV. And I was like, you know what? I don't mind this. And that was the first little crack in me not having this unreasonable resentment towards anime.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, got that. I got that. Oh, the puke. Yeah, the puke kind of looks kind of cool as it is, but maybe a little highlight action. But I showed you like Spirited Away and stuff. And
Oh, yeah, that I like.
yeah. Like, I feel like it's really hard to not like Studio Ghibli stuff.
Yeah.
You have to kind of
It's just so beautifully done.
yeah, you just have to like not have a soul to not enjoy that. Yeah, I feel like the hue of his gums already are pretty diseased. All right. I think it is time for the splatter. I think this is the most satisfying part of any of my paintings.
Yeah, I never really think about how difficult it is to draw a bird's nest.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's horrendous. Live.
A lot of weaving. The name shows.
You know, I was thinking the same thing when I left for therapy today. Like, I was like, fuck, I hope I didn't just like leave them alone. And like now it's just like utter chaos, and I wasn't supposed to do that.
You're right.
But they got one pretty well, I think.
So.
Okay, there's another cup of water.
I'm surprised how Bandit bullied Eddie out of his food.
Yeah. So we just assimilated our cats the new kittens to our older cats. And yeah, it's been pretty smooth.
Sorry.
Honestly, it's been pretty smooth. But we've had a couple little I guess stressful moments, you know, interpersonally with them.
Which is to be expected.
Yeah, you know.
There's going to be one good scrap where everyone kind of learns their place, and then I think we'll be good.
Okay.
The biggest thing really is like, so long as they don't get the eye, you know?
Yeah, no bleeding.
No bleeding.
Okay, that's water. Oh yeah, I didn't. I just started.
Not that I really mind, but.
I mean, it's water based, so it would just scrub off the floor. But I have a tendency to whip paint to places that you would never expect. And that's why I don't paint my parents' houses anymore.
Silly little sound.
I know. Let me see if I can. No, I need real projection, which I'm not getting. I don't think this is the correct brush for this. I need something a little firmer. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, I'm not really in frame because I'm just trying to figure out how to get a nice glop of yellow to splatter. This really doesn't want me to splatter. There we go. Okay.
Getting that late night craving.
You know what? I'm actually good after that. I might have the rest of the Chinese food when I get home.
I've been so bad about this whole being better thing.
What?
I've been so bad about this whole being better thing.
But you know what? I don't mind it only because, like I said, I feel like it just gives us a chance to like recoup
Yeah.
and reevaluate and see what works, what doesn't. I feel like it would be a lot easier to stay on track if our oven was working.
Oh
Like
yeah.
if we were able to cook. I want to make sure I'm not flinging because I don't want to fling. Now I want a concentration of splatter around the vomit. All right. I figured it out. Now, the camera's really not doing this splatter justice, but you will see in a minute. I will, once I'm done doing this. I don't know why. They're all just so, just stoked to watch this pig vomit. But I'm here telling a story. Actually, you know what? I'm not even telling a story. I am simply a vessel to tell this story. Where the frig is my white? Here it is. How are we doing on time here? Oh wow, this is actually going pretty long. What time is it?
Like 11:53.
Wow.
Just kidding.
Okay. Well, I am just about done. Just want to get this situated and splattered about. I think that's good enough. That would be horse and I feel like the horse and the pig would be a Deftones song. You know. Okay. The last thing I have to do is sign this motherfucker. And we'll be golden. I'm happy to finish this piece. I'm happy to. Let me get it out of the way here when I do this. Happy to at least get this series on the road or on the up and up. Stalagmite number 2 will be here probably eventually. Probably the next thing I paint. But I declare this one finished. Now I'm gonna take you through. Yeah, there you go. white pony after the straight edge community. I'm gonna bring this one a little closer, so that you can see all the real detail work. You see all the splatter coming out of there. This dude just fucking blew chunks. I guess this dude's here to investigate for whatever reason. He'll make his way through Stalagmite, the triptych, and all will be disgusting and shitty in this world. Anyway, I'm really happy with how this came out. I was a little worried at first. I always hit a wall in most of my paintings, but I always just know that I have to sift my way through it in order to see my way to the end of it. And you get things that you really, really enjoy. So thanks for hanging out with me, my burger heads. Thanks for my recurring burger heads who have, keep coming back to the stream to hang out, even if it's for a little bit as they're winding down for their busy lives the next day. Really appreciate all of you. I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm really stoked on this stream. I'm not going to be streaming again this week, but I will be back Tuesday because Monday I have John the movie practice. Tuesday will be the next day that I am streaming, and with that I'm going to be continuing all in a day's work so that I can really start consistently posting, and I kind of want to get a bank of pages done for that so I can consistently post those without having to stop again and redraw and burn out and whatnot. So anyway, with that in mind, happy Thirsty Thursday. Hell yeah, I hope to see you there, Alex. Thanks for tuning in, man. Yeah, I guess tune in Tuesday, 9 p.m. I'll see you then. If not, you will suffer the ultimate